Okay, so, three things. One, if you did watch last episode, you'll know that we died foolishly in the void, and it was terrible, and we lost everything. We lost all our good gear, we lost our elytra, everything was awful, and yeah, it was bad. Number two, I have a, well, I say new skin, but this is actually an old skin. I've had this skin for quite a while now. I've just never used it. It's like a spin-off of Doc M's skin, if you know Doc M. So there you go. Shout out to Doc M, I guess. There you go. Number three, today we're going to build a blaze farm. Okay, so you may also notice the Bandicam watermark in the top of the screen. Still working on that, but you know, I'm not going to stop making videos entirely because I can't get some good source of software. I'm joking, I actually can't find a good torrent for it anywhere, so I'm probably going to end up buying it, which I'm absolutely fine with because it seems to be a good software. But here we go. Blaze Farm. Blaze Farms are amazing. We currently lack all sources of XP, which is dull. So I figured, why don't we just build one of these things? This right here is Snocrash's design. It uses a blaze spawner and a bunch of rails to deliver the blaze over to here, where they get dropped off, and they get sent along this rail, they can put down here. They get crushed by this machine, as you can see. Like that, for about 10 seconds. It opens up so let them go down. And they fall down here. This farm uses the mechanic of one-hit kills in this game, where you can one-hit a single mob in a big group where they're all compacted together, and it does a sweep attack, as it's called, you know, where the sword does a sweep across the screen, and it hits all the mobs at the same time and kills them all instantly. This farm is really, really good for that. Now, I've made some modifications to it. For example, this thing right here is a holding station, which means that you can turn it on and off. In the actual version of the farm itself, this will probably come with lamps in the ceiling to make sure that the blaze don't just spawn and sit on the tracks, as you can see here. But yeah, I think it's good. The glass above all the rails and above all the things is necessary. It looks a bit ugly, seems a bit unnecessary, but it is actually here for a reason, so don't be complaining about that. And this thing right here is pretty much the only redstone in the entire creation, unless you count like levers to be redstone. Levers aren't redstone, no one cares about that. So yeah, basically this thing is now going to be built in the survival world. It's going to take me a while. There may be some gas explosions, things are going to go wrong, but at the end of the day we're going to get a good source of XP, so I am just going to knuckle down and get this done. It needs to be done at some point sooner or later, so we have XP, we have blaze rods, and we can start to get our tools back. We've needed an XP farm for a long time. I've been looking for a mob spawner, couldn't find one. Guardian farm would be much too difficult to make right now. Enderman farm is out of the question considering how dangerous considering how dangerous the end still is. So, here we are. Les solutions. So there we go. And this machine right here, by the way, is just to make sure that's a night button, and that's a day button, like that, as you can see. So yeah, no blaze will spawn with a light level higher than a certain number, so this thing will work. Now, I want to address some problems here. I was hoping for this to happen, actually, by letting the blaze stack up and letting the minecarts not take them away. This will happen occasionally, okay? This right here will happen. It's just simply a part of the farm, which is kind of overlooked. But you'll notice all the blaze that haven't been picked up aren't currently moving. They are motionless. And the second one moves, as you can see there, it gets picked up immediately afterwards, and it gets deposited. So basically, blaze and all mobs in Minecraft can't go about 20 to 30 seconds without moving somewhere. That's just how the code works. So this farm may seem initially like it clogs up, as you can see here, but if you just leave it for like 30 seconds, that moves, gets picked up, and it'll get taken to the other side. And the exact same will happen with the other two. So yeah, this farm is good. It has a few things that make it slow down quite a bit, but they fix themselves, and all in all, I think it just is a really, really good farm. So yeah, once again, the blaze spawn here, fall into this area, get picked up by the minecarts, get taken up here, deposited by these activator rails onto this little holding area here, and when the blaze nudge each other next to the minecart, they get put into the minecart, and then they get put over here on this another activator rail right here, where they get dropped off back into the machine, and they fall down this pipe into the crusher, and they die, as you can see here. They fall to the bottom on 1 heart of HP, and they all die. It's beautiful. It's a really, really simple farm, really easy to build. It's going to be our best source of XP for the nearby future. So, what I did over here, in this little area, which I've now marked out as kind of like a testing zone, was I copied the whole farm over to here, and I broke it down in survival mode, and this was the list of components. As you can see there, there's quite a lot. First thing we need to do is gather up all of this in our survival world. Ta-da! So there we do, Wow. There we go. We have our stuff in survival. As you can see there, that's my sword that I'm using right there. Yeah, this is all the items that we need in order to make our blaze farm around this thing right here. I've extended the bridge around the side of this little setup we've got going, and this is the V staircase shape thing that you lay down all the rails on. So what we're going to be doing here is building along with the tutorial, as it suggests in the video. But the way we do that is we quite simply spam this whole thing with golden rails, and it is facing the right way. I did check for that before we even started building this. And basically these rails go all the way up the sides, on both sides, but then stop at the top. And I'm just going to show you how that works right now. So we build it up just like so, goes all the way up here, and then for this last section you build the rails up onto the top here, so the rails are sloped, and then you break them and replace them with blocks. The pick broke. Of course the pick broke. But yeah, basically you get the idea. And then blocks go at the back here so that the minecarts bounce back and forth. So I'm going to go make a new pick because I did not plan for that at all, and we'll be right back. So yeah, wait, do you even need a pick to break these? You don't, do you? Well, let's just manage for a second here. We might as well. So yeah, basically all the ones at the top here get broken and replaced with cobblestone, like this. Gonna get some more from the supply chest, like that. Fill this whole thing up. I am using a bow right now, by the way, because ghasts are a massive pain when it comes to building redstone in the Nether. If ghasts come now and shoot my stuff, I'm going to be mad. So the bow is quintessential. So if I could just hear like the little screaming wail of a ghast, then it's like, bow, where are you? Where's the bastard? Kill him before he kills me. But yeah, that's basically my mindset right now, because I'm paranoid about losing any of this expensive stuff right here. Look at this. You're looking at just a sheet of gold right now when you think about it. That is pretty nice and pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to keep building this thing. I'm going to keep watching the tutorial and follow on with this upper section here as I need to, and I'll get back to you guys in just a bit. Okay, so a good 10 minutes have passed here, and I've got quite a bit of ways into the project. I've used up a few more of the materials, as you can see by my inventory, and we've got this area up here is now also finished. This zone right here is where the blaze get dropped off to, right here, and then the minecart comes back and forth along these rails, picking them up and taking them to the death spot, which is going to be pretty much here, roughly where this block is right here in the future. I'm going to have to rebuild these paths and bridges so many times. You can see it's going underneath this now, which is ridiculous. But yeah, this thing is proving to be pretty difficult to make. Probably just because it's survival, nothing to do with the fact that it's a difficult build. Believe me, this is one of the easiest farms I've ever seen. It's just awkward simply because of the lack of flight and the danger of ghasts. I've had to kill a couple now that have been coming through. But yeah, besides that, it's going pretty well, so I'm going to keep cracking on and getting on with this thing as it is right now. I'm just kind of realised that this rail is actually really ugly. Look at that. The rail's really pixelated. That's bugging me now. Whatever, nothing nothing you can do about it. Speaking of rails, I kind of realised halfway through making this that yes, we do actually need a crap ton of minecarts. By the looks of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 minecarts in total for this build, which is 50 iron. So at some point with this build, I'm going to actually have to go back to base and bring a bunch of iron with me. It's probably actually going to be more smart to bring the iron than a crafting table and craft them here, otherwise my inventory is going to be clogged instantly by these 10 minecarts. But yeah, once again, this build is semi-expensive because of all the gold and the iron involved with making rails and minecarts, but we have the resources and all we really want is XP right now, so I'll gladly trade in a bit of iron and a bit of gold for some XP. So I'm going to continue on. All that's left to really be built now is the death chamber and my own personal modifications, which I'll be going through in just a sec, and then we're done. It's as simple as that. This farm is beautiful. I think we will at some point though cover it entirely with obsidian. Not obsidian. Yeah, definitely not obsidian. Cobblestone. We'll cover the entire thing with a big box of cobblestone at some point, keeping to the rule of 3 blocks above the spawner has to remain empty though, hence why I've been digging out the ceiling, as you can see here, because I do want this farm to remain... Yeah, here comes another bad guy. I do want this farm to remain operational pretty much all the time, unless we say otherwise with like a light switch or something. And you, sir, you need to die, so let me just get rid of your fireball first of all, and then take you out. I hit a really good sharp shot before. Can I do it again? He's behind a rock. Move. Nope. Yes. Nope. Come on. Yes. Got him. Yes. Okay. okay, running out of arrows, but yeah, I'm getting pretty decent with the bow. I've never really used a bow in this game before, but in 1.9 and 1.10 especially, bows are obviously quintessential with the whole elytra aspect, so maybe I'll try and get into using bows more. I guess we'll find out. But did this guy drop anything? Let's have a look. We've got some XP there. Did he drop any tears? No? I want some tears. If I see a tear, I'm jumping down for it. Let's have a look. I only see gunpowder. Okay, whatever, there's just gunpowder, it's not worth it. But yeah, anyway, the only thing left for me to do now is run back to base, get the iron for the minecart, and I'll start building the death chamber, and we'll be done. And we can start farming that lovely, lovely XP. So, yeah. All's going well here in the world of Skal Plays Minecraft. That sounded better in my head. Let's just move on. Okay, so the redstone is now finished, and that concludes the build itself. Everything now is actually ready to go. We could actually turn this thing on right now, and it would operate as expected. But I want to show you around this place quickly before we do finish it. First of all, before we do box this thing off, as you can see, I've started with the wall back here and down there. I wanted to add my own special modification. Now, the powering for these rails actually comes from down here, as you can see with these rails. And these levers aren't just positioned here because of the convenience of the bridge, which was brilliantly convenient, by the way. They're actually positioned here for a good reason, and the reason for that is because the power extends all the way to here and no further. Bam! As you can see there, we have an unpowered rail. Now, the reasoning for this is so we can go along all the way here, like that, and we can put on some cobblestone, like this. There we go. And we can basically fill this thing up with rails, as you'd expect, and then we can go along here, put down a lever, like that, put down some redstone along the top, like that, and we now have a minecart holding station. So as you can see, I flip this on, all the rails go on, flip it off, all the rails go off. Now this can be used to store the minecarts whilst they're in the machine, so I'm going to grab all the minecarts right now. I'm going to put one of them in its respectful place over here, if I can reach the activator rail. Can I reach the activator rail? And there's no gaps, is there? Can I place it on here and push it? Go! Go, my son. Go! No! Go! Why you no go? Like this, and place it there. Boom. There we go, okay. Right. That's what I was trying to do. So now this minecart is going, and temporarily this one is going to be running all the time. We may change that in the future, probably will change that in the future if we ever want to, but for now the main noise is coming from the 9 minecarts that are positioned on here. So I can go 1 and then place these in my hand as well. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And that is all 9 of the minecarts right there. If I turn this thing on, they all flow in unison, as you can see. And it looks brilliant. And the second I turn this thing off, they all stop again. Perfect. So this this is basically a mini off switch for the blaze farm. I think it's a brilliant idea, something that we're definitely going to want to include. And now I can finish boxing this thing off. So block there, and obviously blocks on this side as well. So we want a block there, there, and so on. And yes, we are now finishing this thing off. So what I'm actually going to have to do here before we can start this thing up is I'm going to have to go grab some more cobblestone from the overworld upstairs, and I can finish boxing this thing off. We need to go actually 3 blocks above the blaze spawner, so I'm going to have to clear out a little bit more on the ceiling up here, which is not really a problem, because if we don't go further enough upwards, then the blaze can spawn in the ceiling or on the ceiling, and that just messes up the entire farm. So yeah, the main goals here are to keep above the ceiling with the cobblestone, but basically to box it off so we have no light in there, and so the blaze can't escape. And then we have this little bridge, as you can see here. It still goes to the wither skeleton farms along here. We have the wither run down there, but it also has this bridge going down at the side, as you can see here, which leads to the killing chamber. Now let me talk you through this. This thing right here is the redstone. It's very simply automatic crusher, which crushes everything with the comparator fading clock over here. As you can see, it traps the thing in there, crushes it, and then releases it a few seconds later, allowing it to glide down here. And then we kill them all with a sweep attack, get loads of XP, get loads of blaze rods. Everyone's happy. It's a great farm. I'm definitely pleased to be building this thing in my world. So let me take a look. Is there anything else we need? There's more glass here. I don't think we actually need it for anything. I think we're done, actually. There's not really much else to do. Yeah, the only thing left to do now is just finish boxing everything off inside the farm. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab some more cobblestone, fill up the entire box, and we're going to give this thing a try. This should be interesting to see. I'm excited to see how well it does. So, yeah, we're going to go back to the overworld, get some more cobblestone, And we'll start up the blaze farm. Thank you for your XP, Mr. Piggy. Okay, off we go. Okay, so a few hours have passed, as you can probably hear by the blaze outside. I've missed an AFK chamber waiting for them all to stack up here. The farm is 100% completed. You have a look around here. If I just go to the side and such, you can see the farm is finished. I've boxed off the entire thing. There was actually a lot of cobblestone to play, you should be surprised. There were a lot of air gaps, like here for example, where the blaze could just look right through the gaps and see me, and they'd get mad and fly up, and the system would break, and it would all be chaos. I've had to block every single air gap where the blaze can like see me, you know, with line of sight. Like here was the main one, for example. But as you can see, they're all getting taken here. They're getting put into the crusher, getting crushed. Going down here to the bottom, and we have a lot of blazes stacked up. I'm actually going to check here. Entity count is about 53, as you can see there, top of the screen. I'm going to highlight that on the screen for you right now. The entity count is currently 55, 56 out of 79. Let's kill these guys. This is my first time using the machine. I've been AFK for about 5 minutes, and we're going to see how much XP and how many blaze rods we get. I'm going to empty this so we see how many we get, and let's go. Okay, so yeah, by the looks of it, the sweep can take a few hits sometimes, because I was too far away then to get the main attack. How much XP? 8 levels. That's pretty good. That is damn good. Can I? Whatever, butchered. Whatever. There we go. How many blaze rods did we get? Let's have a look. Oi, don't kill me. Let's have a look. We have a lot. Okay, I'm reaching 3 stacks of blaze rods. That's amazing. And we've already gone all the way from level 16 to 25 with about 5 minutes worth of AFKing. That is amazing. That's working damn good. I'm very pleased. So, the farm is complete. We now have a really good, reliable source of XP, which is superb. The farm is working brilliantly up here as well, so there's no breakages, there's no gaps. The blaze are trapped in there as they should be, and there's no way for them to get out or see me, which is the important thing. I've got myself a little AFK chamber here, and we can kill them all with a sweep attack with our looting 3 sword. Everything's going amazingly. This is a beautiful farm. It's all good. So now, the only thing we really left to do here is actually to furnish this area. So right here, down here, I want to put some additional things. So we want like an anvil. That's a message is going off. I'm gonna go close messenger and we'll resume. Where were we? Okay, right, yeah. Here we are. Professionalism at its finest, am I right? So yeah, so right down here we have the killing chamber room. I want to have some additional things in here, like for example storage. I want additional chests to store the items in, maybe even a sorting system so we can automatically flow the blaze rods into empty chests. I also want an enchanting table down here so we can enchant items right off the bat. I want obviously storage for books, storage for items, storage for all other kinds of things that we want to be enchanting, and okay, it is killing some, but not too many. And I also want things like an anvil down here so we can, you know, fix things together. And obviously we want to furnish the room in the end as well, so we're going to have the rooms be made out of certain materials. And speaking of, I'm going to switch to my test world now, and I'll show you guys the materials that we're going to be used, because How can you see me? Can you see me? I heard one see me. I'm not sure how, but yeah, I'm going to kill these guys before we leave though, just so we can get the XP and the blaze rods. So there we go. Ding, 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 ding. Amazing. So good. So yeah, I'm going to show you the design we're actually going to be using for the nether tunnels in my world here. So yeah, I've already thought about this quite a lot. For the nether, you obviously want to be building a lot of tunnels and small rooms. As you can see, we've got the bridges laid out here for where the tunnels are going to be in the future. And if we go to my test world right here, in the 110 test world, here we are. You can see I've been working on this tunnel right here. I was working on this off camera in between this section and the last. This thing is a repeating design which goes on and on, as you can see here. It consists entirely of stone bricks and its variants, lamps, black stained clay, dark oak wood, and oak wood stairs. This is my combination of all the best colours in this game. I like all the what do you call these? Brown browny colours with the grey. Looks nice. I don't know. And also the lamps. The reason why this is black stained clay, by the way, is because it seems to blend in with the lamp really nicely. See, if I look at that right there, it's looking pretty good. So basically, one of our goals now is actually to just collect loads and loads of these resources. So I'm going to make a chest at our base, and we're going to fill it with all of the like dark oak wood, because that's what we're going to be using it for. We're going to be filling it with stone, filling it with oak wood, filling it with lamps, filling it with levers, filling it with clay, and we're going to be using all the stuff from the chest to make these tunnels in the nether. You can see I was doing some testing with the structure blocks before. You can, if I place this here and go like that, bam, it's cool. Structure blocks are awesome. Who knew? Structure blocks are really cool. Yeah, you should go fiddle with those. They're good. So yeah, basically what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the overworld, get some more resources for these tunnels, and then we're going to be making them in the future. Oh, hello. Good start. Hang on. I don't have a bow. I don't have a bow. This is a wonderful start. Can you just... Can you... Got him. Okay, right, good. There we go. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by that guy, I just went on a trip back to the overworld. We picked up some supplies. I've got some cobble, I have some bookshelves, an enchantment table, some books, some things to enchant, an anvil and some chests, and we're going to go over to our little kill chamber that we have right here and set up a little temporary area, I guess, to enchant things, because this right here is now my primary and, well, only source of good XP. So yeah, we have a little AFK chamber here, temporary one. Is this going to start spawning things? Good. By the sound of it, the minecarts are all running as well. Am I worth checking, actually? Are they running properly? Are they all even here? Let's just check. Stop. Okay, we've got... Check. Yep, they're all here, okay. And abort. Okay, good. Oh. They better not have broken them then. Oh, whatever, I trust it. I don't really care. Right, so let's go back down here and we're going to add some more stuff to the killing chamber. So we're going to build out this way. And we're going to add an enchantment table with an anvil in the usual setup that I like to do. I'll show you guys that in just a second. Which is... Oh, hello, there's a magma cube down there. Hey, little guy. He's cool. Right, build this out a bit further. Like that, and I'm going to put down my usual setup for an enchantment table. So the enchantment table goes there, like that, and then we have bookshelves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the anvil goes right there, like that. That is the enchantment setup that I like to go with. Put some chests down here as well, for just in case. And yeah, that's it. It's good. I like it. Could I put a torch on top of an anvil? No, you can't. That's a shame. I don't know why I thought you could do that, but yeah, you can't. So, let's have a look. If I put some stuff in here now, it's going to give me the option to enchant it with, yep, 30, Smite 4 Sword. That's pretty good. I could end up doing that in the future. I'm going to let the blaze stack up for a second here, and then we're going to do some enchanting. Got some things to enchant right there. And some books. I might want to have like a lapis dispenser here as well. Lapis dispensers are pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not sure really. All of this is going to be changed in the future. Every single thing that you see here is temporary, except like the chamber itself. We're going to be ripping that out and changing everything in the future. So we're going to have like a custom floor, remove this bloody nether brick thing, make a new stairwell, have a tunnel going back to the room. Everything's going to be much better, but this is a temporary, ugly, kind of, you know... It's temporary. It's going to be ugly, but yeah, I'm going to do some AFKing here, let the blaze stack up, and then we're going to do some enchanting a little later on. So there we go, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back after a good while now. I've actually been doing quite a lot of AFKing in between this section of recording and the last. There are a few more blaze stacked up. You can see I actually have 47 levels already, and as you can see if I go down here, we already have some stuff enchanted. So the sword has diamond sword has smite 4, and the diamond pick actually already has efficiency 4, fortune 3, and unbreaking 3. So we've already had some really good enchantments from these guys. Big problems with ghasts, as you can expect. Ghasts are always a big problem, but we can now harvest all these, so... like that, there we go, get some more XP. This thing is a great source of XP, and look at the blaze rods we're getting as well. Like, I'm going to have to definitely install some bulk storage down here, it's crazy. Is this thing running right now? I think it should be. Let's have a look. It's been working very consistently for a good few hours now. You can see I've managed to get all the way to level 47. Yeah, you can see the blaze down there. Wait, what? Is it not running? Hello? Where's the lever gone? What? What the levers? What the hell? That's so... Well, this needs fixing apparently. Well, it's temporarily broken. That's why there was no blaze there. How did that happen? Was it a ghast? It must have been a ghast. I don't know. But my sound's not loaded, so I'm going to reload the sound as well, because that's bugging me out. There we go, sound. Okay, very good. I'm not sure why there was no sound, but there is now. So I can hear the gas when it's coming to kill me now. So this is temporarily broken. That's just wonderful. I'll fix it off camera after we finish the episode here. But before we do, I want to just say, yes, I bought Bandicam. There is no longer a watermark at the top of the screen. It only cost me 32 quid. It wasn't too bad. And definitely a worthy investment in my opinion. I am looking forward to using this thing for many things in the future. So, let's have a look. We have another pickaxe, shovel, axe, and books to enchant. Let's have a look what we can get. So if I enchant the shovel, we'll be getting efficiency 4, which is not bad at all. We can also get... It's exactly the same, isn't it? So efficiency 4 on an axe or efficiency 4 on a pick. Depends on what the book is. Let's have a look. The book is fire protection 3. That's rubbish. So I think we're going to go with the shovel. See, if this is silk touch, then I'm going to be mad because I want a silk touch pick. But we already have a fortune pick. But a fortune shovel is useless. But a fortune axe is almost useless. Let's just do pick. I'm just going to do the pick. Efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. Very good. I will take that. This one, okay, there we go. Silk touch on a shovel. Perfect. I would want that. Silk touch on an axe. Or the book is protection 3. Okay. I'm going to go with the silk touch on the shovel. Silk touch and efficiency 3. Brilliant. We can combine that with the shovel in the future to get a really good one. So, axe, fortune 3. I don't want to waste that. No. Book would be sharpness 3. Ugh. Fortune 3. You don't really need fortune 3 though, do you? But you don't really need silk touch on an axe either, so I might just do the axe with the silk touch. Fortune even. So, there we go. Fortune 3, unbreaking 3, and efficiency 4 axe. That is almost perfect axe. Lovely. Protection 3 on the books. Let's just do the books for the rest. So we've got protection 3. We've got knockback 2. That's a bit rubbish, but it's fine. Smite 4. Perfect. And we're out. Okay, we're out of levels. There we go. Not a bad run in my opinion. I think that was actually pretty good. I'm going to come back and sort through these things and modify them and do whatnot in the future. But for now, it looks like we are good to go with the project. So, off camera now, I'm going... Wait, hang on a second. Priorities. Oh, this guy. I bet this is what happened before. I bet a ghast shot the lever off, and that's why it's not here anymore. No. Just... I can barely see him. Oh, he despawned. Okay. That would explain why I can barely see him. Why are there so many ghasts here? Come on, buddy. Shoot at me. The bad thing is I've actually got really good with the bow recently, but I'm just not carrying one right now. Ooh, yes, got him. Okay, there we go. Right, good, good. Right, so yeah, all I'm going to do now, I'm going to run back to the overworld, get me a single piece of redstone, get me a lever, put it on here, and then we can put the cobblestone back there. And then this thing will be operating normally as it should be, which is good to see. So yeah, that's all from me for today though. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this construction of our little blaze farm here. I think it's a brilliant addition to the world, and we mean to furnish this in a much more complementary way later down the line, because this, believe me, this cobblestone box is very much temporary. If we walk all the way down here onto the end of the bridge, you can see that it is incredibly ugly, so I'll just go up here for you. Yeah, it looks so ugly. Like, look at this thing. I'm not having that in my world. It looks disgusting. So we're going to surround it with something in the future, something that looks pretty decent. So yeah, as I was saying, thanks for watching. That's all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching episode 17 of Skal Plays Minecraft, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.